Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I've got another analytic report for you, but today we're doing things a little bit different. So yes, we're gonna take a look at my analytics, not only on my vlog channel, but also my main channel for the previous month. So February is what we're gonna cover today, but I'm also going to go back on my main channel and we're gonna take a look at what my views were like, what my growth was like, all of that stuff when I was around 300 subscribers as well as around 1,000 subscribers, because this is a video request that I got so long ago on Instagram. Like, it's had to be over 6 months at this point. It's ridiculous. And I've just been holding on to this video idea, not sure when I was going to create it. And I feel like today is a great day. So first and foremost, let me start my screen recording. We are going to take a look at my vlog channel. And I mean, here's the stats for you guys. This channel ended up getting 48,000 views this month. On days that I'm not uploading, I'm a little under 1,000 views. On days that I am uploading, there's 2,000, 2,500. Here was a spike with a little over 3,000. I think that was, yeah, my house tour video went live this month. So that video did pretty well for me, but otherwise, the vlog channel, I get spikes on the days that videos go live, and then it goes down, and then it goes up. In terms of subscribers, almost 1,000 new subscribers in February. That's awesome. And money earned $537 this month. And if we just take a look, top videos during this period, my top video, like I said, was my house tour. If you guys are curious about average view duration, this video is getting about 8 minutes, and that's 42%. My next video, everything I manifested, that one's about 46%, but most of these are around the 40 mark, and this one, actually almost all of them, it's just these two videos were before February. So if we took a look at the top 8, that's how these performed this month in terms of views as well as view duration. Then for my main channel, I'm gonna first take a look at daily and then we'll compare it to previous months. So in February, 751,000 views, gained 16.9 thousand subscribers, and made $10,700.48. You guys can kind of see just based off of this graph here that my views, obviously on the days that I upload, I get more views, but also my views have been on a pretty consistent decline. January is naturally known to be a really successful month for me and just my niche in general. A lot of people are setting goals for themselves for the new year, and I've got good videos that align with that, especially if you're starting a YouTube channel or if you're just trying to grow your brand in general. I've got a ton of videos on all of that, and I created some good videos right just at the beginning of the year that did well. So in February, my views definitely started to dip, and that is what we see right here. If we click on monthly, you can see what exactly I was talking about right there. So in December, 670,000 views. January, we jumped up to 900,000 views, and then we dipped back down to 751,000 views. Money earned in January, this was my most profitable month that I have ever seen. And then in February, we are still really high up there, getting $10,000 a month from just my YouTube channel. What I wanna do, what I wanna focus on in this video is, like I told you guys, when I had about 300 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So we are going to take it way back when I entered, oh, I clicked the wrong spot right there. I wanna go here. Okay, and we're just gonna do January 2019 because this is when I know I had like 330 some subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I didn't even take a look at these stats ahead of time, so I really don't know what we're going to see in comparison of my channel at 300 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers to now 340,000 subscribers. I think it's going to be pretty insane, so let's click apply and see what happens. Wow, 7,000 views. Oh my goodness. And yeah, obviously at the time, because I wasn't monetized, I didn't have 1,000 subscribers, and oh, Cathrin Elizabeth, my Lanta. Wow, that was terrible. Since my channel didn't hit 1,000 subscribers yet, I obviously wasn't monetized, so my channel wasn't making money, but you guys can see how many videos I was uploading. I think at this time, yeah, I was uploading videos every 3 days. That was my uploading strategy. And I will say my views were pretty consistent. On the day that a video went live, I didn't see the big spike that I'm seeing now. And that's probably because I didn't have that loyal of an audience base, but at the same time, I didn't have that large of an audience base. So I wasn't seeing those crazy peaks on an average day. So this day I uploaded 277 views that day. This is 200 views. If we go over here, about 200 views. So I was averaging about 200 views a day. I generated 96 subscribers this month. And if we click on see more, I'm curious. So my top videos, yeah, my first time driving for Grubhub. Oh, I haven't talked about this in so long. So if you guys have seen a video where I talked about this video, this was the first video that ever started to get traction for me, that was ever promoted by YouTube. And now it is removed from my channel, and I'll explain that in a second. But at this time, this video, yeah, was generating the majority of my views in a day. Like this day was 243 views. So that was basically all of the views I was getting was from that one video. And yeah, there was a time in my life when I was actually full-time with my brand and I was not making the money that I needed to make ends meet, and I had to go back to work and get a job. And my solution was to work with Grubhub because I could set my own schedule and I could drive when I wanted to. I also reserved time so that I could work on my clients' work because I was freelancing at the time, and I was also creating content, trying to build my brand. So I decided to create a video about driving for Grubhub, and it started to get promoted by YouTube, started to do really well. You can actually see that the second video here, I was learning about the algorithm, and I was like, oh, if this one video is doing really well, I'm gonna create similar content, and this video will do well. And what I realized, oh, that thumbnail, oh my gosh. What I realized was that I didn't want to be talking about Grubhub. Like, obviously I didn't want to be talking about Grubhub. That wasn't what I was passionate about. That was a way to make ends meet for me, and I thought it would be interesting content. I didn't think that that was going to be the center focus of my channel. And once I learned more and more and more about the algorithm, YouTube obviously wanted me to continue making videos about Grubhub because that was the only video that was doing well. So I ended up unlisting, or I think I privated that video and the other video because I wanted to establish myself in a different niche. So if you are at the point where you're getting a lot of views from a video and that's not the way that you want to go, my best recommendation for you is to make it private, because YouTube is going to think, oh, your channel is based on this. The more you create content like this, we're going to promote this content. But if you're trying to do something totally different and this is not helping you get there, remove it. I don't remove a ton of videos from my channel, but these two, they were definitely removed because that's not the direction that I wanted to go. And we can see here that YouTube search, actually, I'm wondering if I click on this video, if we can see where the traffic source was. So YouTube search was driving the majority of views, but then also suggested videos. Let's check out what keywords was happening here. Grubhub driver, Grubhub, driving with Grubhub. Okay, so these are really targeted keywords. That's awesome. That's good to see. But at the same time, that wasn't what I was going for. So if I go back to just my whole channel during this time, traffic source, a lot of it was YouTube search. And I'm guessing that most of it was Grubhub. We've got Instagram photo ideas here, which drove 37 views. Photo ideas for Instagram, Tailwind Tribes, Pinterest. See, this is what I was trying to focus on, was Tailwind, Pinterest, Instagram, blogging, all of that, and Grubhub did not relate to it. So Tailwind Tribes, Pinterest, Instagram account ideas, Instagram picture ideas. Okay, so some of it is focused on what I wanted it to be focused on, but the majority of it wasn't what I wanted it to be at the time. Let's see what other traffic sources. So YouTube search was my top. Suggested videos was next. Then we have browse features. I'm curious if I click on browse features, like what was my homepage, ended up driving 500 views, but my guess is that is from people that were subscribed to my channel. Subscription page, 85 views. Okay, so if you guys are maybe around that point where you have 300, 500 subscribers and you're curious what my channel looked like, during this time, I was getting about 7,000 views a month. My watch time was 532 hours that month, and I was gaining 96 subscribers. Let me actually see. So a day, 6 subscribers here, 2 subscribers here. This was a peak 10 subscribers day. This is actually kind of cool to look at. I'm so glad that one of you guys gave me this video idea. This is awesome. When did I hit 1,000, or not one, yeah, no, 1,000 subscribers? I think it was June or July. I think it was June, and then I was monetized in July of 2019. So we're just gonna take a look at all of June. click apply, and I shouldn't be monetized. Correct. Okay, awesome. From 300 to now 1,000, I'm generating about 10,000 views a month from this channel. Again, no crazy peaks on the days that I'm uploading, but I'm averaging more so around 300, 400 views a day. I was still uploading every 3 days, as you guys can see here. I was really focused. This is when I niched down like crazy and I started to see some growth on my channel, because I actually watched a video from Sunny Lenarduzzi, and she was talking about how you need to establish yourself with one main thing or a couple main topics. So when someone lands on your channel and they like a video, there's several other videos that they're going to relate to, which is such great advice. And I've given you guys that advice before, but this was right after I caught a video from her. I'm pretty sure this video was Pinterest boards, how to write a blog post. This video is actually doing really well for me right now. And that video is almost 2 years old. My YouTube process. So I really wasn't talking a lot about YouTube at this time. YouTube process, growing an online following, 0 to 1,000 subscribers. So yes, this was the month that I hit 1,000. YouTube versus blogging, how to outline a blog post, how to become a successful blogger. Then we got 10K followers on Pinterest and 5 tips for new bloggers. So a lot of this was focused on blogging, but at the time I was trying to talk about blogging, Pinterest, and how I did certain things, which ended up leading into YouTube with sharing my YouTube process, all the equipment I have, and I think that's what was included in that video. And then I hit 1,000 subscribers, so 0 to 1,000 subscribers was obviously shared this month as well. My watch time, 717 hours, and subscribers. So we're gaining significantly more subscribers at this point, 257 new subscribers a month, which that's exciting. 19 subscribers this day. That's cool. Okay. If we click on see more, I'm curious what videos were performing for me at this time. Oh, 2 million monthly viewers on Pinterest. And this video was driving 2,000 views. Then we've got my first time driving with Grubhub. So it was obviously still live on my channel at this point. Pinterest strategy, my new camera for YouTube. Oh my gosh, yeah, because I got my new camera in April. And then 0 to 1,000 subscribers. And this one was actually launched this month. You can see the spike right here. It actually did really well the day that it went live. If I can get that to work, 116 views that day. Let's check out my traffic source. YouTube search is still my top performer. And guys, this is why I preach YouTube search so incredibly much. YouTube search has been an absolute game changer for me. And when I was first getting started, I watched a lot of videos by people talking about how to grow on YouTube, and everyone was saying, get suggested, you need to get suggested, you need to get recommended. But if you do not have the views, if you do not have the engagement, the likes, the comments, the audience retention, all of that, YouTube is not just randomly gonna pick up one of your videos and recommend it and suggest it. So I was like, if I focus all of my energy on YouTube search, I get people to watch my videos, I get that engagement, then I'm going to get suggested, then I'm going to get recommended. And after doing this strategy for so long, obviously it's paid off for me at this point. So I wanna look at YouTube search again. What are the keywords? Okay, so Grubhub driver is first, but then we have Pinterest, which is good because that's the direction that I wanted to go. Grubhub, Canon M50 unboxing, which now relates to what I'm talking about. So that was still kind of the direction that I wanted to go. How to get more followers on Pinterest. So a decent amount of these, I will say, like working with Grubhub driver, but otherwise, compared to what we just saw, this is not as Grubhub dominated because I started talking about a different topic, which is so good. And this is cool to see. Okay, what other traffic sources? So channel pages, browse features, suggested videos. Wow, okay, so one thing I do want to take a look at, let's dive into this Grubhub video just because I'm curious, guys. So you guys can see what happened with this Grubhub video, and let me actually narrow it down. So September, October time. Let's just make this a little bit easier to look at. So about a year after this video was live, I ended up unlisting it, but you can see what happened with this video. At first, it was getting 3-4 views a day, 30 views a day, nothing crazy, but I saw this big spike here, 243 views a day, and at the time that was a huge freaking deal, and this video ended up doing really well until it started to just continue to drive me views, but nothing as crazy as it once was because I stopped talking about Grubhub. I only created that one other video about it, and I was talking more about Pinterest and blogging, and YouTube kind of knew this wasn't the direction that I was going anymore, so it stopped recommending it as much. It was still getting At the time, 63 views a day was a lot of views for me, and it was my top performing video even in June. So I decided to remove it here, which is what you can see. If we take a look at traffic source, just in case you guys are curious, YouTube search was a big one, but then also suggested videos. You can see in here, suggested videos, this was getting promoted, as well as browse features, it was also getting promoted. Let me see, when did I hit other milestones? 10,000 subscribers? Are you guys curious about that? How deep do you want to go into this? 10,000 subscribers was nearing the end of 2019 for me. So I don't know if it was November or October. It wasn't October. October I had 3,000. So I think it might have been November timeframe. This is gonna be a big jump. Yeah, huge freaking jump. And this is one of the reasons why I love creating these videos, guys, because you can see, if we just go to lifetime of my channel, if you're curious what my views were doing, guys, this is when I started my channel, the whole way back here. It was slow, very slow, with 38 that one day, 14, not many views for well over a year, okay? It wasn't until 2019 that I started to see some growth, and we just took a look. We're around 300 views a day. Now I'm at a point where it's like 500 views a day. And then in October, it skyrocketed for me. So if you're at the point where you wanna give up, you wanna quit, you don't feel like you're ever gonna see the results that you're going to see, you have to stick with it. You absolutely have to. So in November of 2019, I'm now at 420,000 views in a month. I was generating 16,000 views a day, and I started to see more so the peaks because my audience was getting bigger and bigger, and I had that subscriber base already. So whenever I launched a video, people that were subscribed to my channel wanted to watch that video. So I started to see peaks on the days that I was uploading. I was still uploading every 3 days here, and on days that I was uploading, about 18,000 views compared to 12,000 views on days I wasn't uploading. Watch hours, 33,000 watch hours in a month, 16,000 subscribers, and now we have the monthly revenue there, so $3,107. But if we again take a look, let's go a little bit deeper. During this time, yeah, this was what I'm going to say the second video to take off for me, because technically that Grubhub video was the first, but this one truly skyrocketed my YouTube channel. This video was doing really well at the time, understanding the YouTube algorithm. Okay, my first YouTube paycheck. Wow, yeah, these are powerhouse videos for me. Why my YouTube channel blew up, and then 0 to 1,000 subscribers still. So these videos, just comparing to what we just looked at, guys, like these videos are driving a ton of views a month. If we go to traffic source, browse features became my top. Wow, is that not crazy? This is so cool because I didn't take a look at this before, you guys. Browse features compared to we were used to seeing YouTube search. So YouTube was really pushing out my videos at this time like crazy. 233,000 views just from browse features, which is being recommended on people's home pages and stuff like that. And then suggested videos is the next one. And let me actually, I'm way too into this at this point. Let's go back. Should we do like March until this point? Because I'm curious when the shift was. Wow. Do you see that? I am such an analytics nerd. I can't. I'm getting way too excited about this. YouTube search at this point, so even just in October, 1 month before, the stats that we're looking at here, let me actually limit this then because we don't need to see all of this. Back here in September, YouTube search is now yellow. So 528 views a day compared to browse features was 88. And you can see it's not as dramatic as what we're getting into, but you can see that YouTube search is significantly above browse features. And then somewhere around here in October, YouTube search around 482, browse features now 219, and it started taking off and it crossed here where browse features was up 542 views in one day, and then it skyrocketed to almost 6,000 views in a day. Channel pages went up, suggested videos went up, YouTube search did increase, so we were around like 500. And now we're around 700, so it increased. But guys, it was that consistent strategy of focusing on YouTube search, getting views that way, that then YouTube realized, hey, these are actually good videos, let's recommend them, and my channel blew up. And if we go back, Let's go to videos. Yeah, so even this video, how long it takes to get monetized on YouTube, July 22nd. Guys, this is why YouTube is such a long game. I'm gonna do all of July up until this point. So this video, how long it takes to get monetized on YouTube, you can see it was launched on this day right here, July 22nd, 130 views that day. Then it was averaging, I mean, that one day was 11, but 30, 54, 42, like not a crazy amount of views. It started to do better around 100 views a day, 200 views a day, 300 views a day, okay? We go from this 366 the whole way up to 5,526 views in one day. If a video does not do well for you the day that you uploaded it, it does not mean that it's not going to do well for you in the future. Yes, I do think that the first 24 hours is key, and it's important if you want a video to do well immediately, like right out of the gate, if you want it to do well. But guys, YouTube is a long game, and you need to focus on that long game. Major shout out to Giselle. This was her video idea that she sent to me so incredibly long ago. I finally created it. I'm sorry that it took me so long, but it's here. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below. Let me know what else I can dive into on these analytic reports, because yes, I can share every month how many views I'm getting, how much money I'm making, but I really want to try to find different areas to dive into to keep these interesting as well as informative for you guys, so that you learn something from them or you get motivation from them, whatever. If you want to see more so how much money I'm actually making every month, because I did share my main channel this month made $10,700. That's not all of the money that I make from my brand and my business. So if you guys more so want to see that incorporated into these analytic reports, I can definitely do that for you guys. But let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys back here on Tuesday. Oh my gosh, with the best video. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Okay, bye guys.